Tim Laird here with Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, the show that takes you out to eat at your favorite local restaurants.
And I'm Kevin Harnett.
We've been to a lot of great restaurants through the years, and while many are now part of local history, their flavor and recipes live on.
So join us now for a tasty blast from the past on a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind. Right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
I've never tasted anything like this.
Two of Lexington's top chefs create a whole new way to go out to eat.
In Lexington, this is kind of a new concept for a lot of people.
And while it might sound exotic, it's really a lot like your favorite foods from Kentucky.
Braised pork that we marinate for at least 24 hours. We braise that usually overnight.
And I'll tell you what, the sauce, killer.
It's Cuban cooking, where the flavors of Havana take your taste buds to nirvana.
I'll have Mo with the mojo.
Yeah.
And we're going behind the scenes into the kitchen to see how to make the same amazing food at home.
This is cooking at home stuff, right?
I'm Tim Laird at Brasabana, and this is Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Tim Laird with you again for more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. This time we're in Lexington at Brasabana.
This is one of my favorite places.
Oh, well, it's excellent.
The restaurant's name is a play on words. Brasa is Spanish for hot coals. Bana is supposed to remind you of Havana, as in the capital of Cuba. Together, they evoke thoughts of slow-roasted meats served with a lot of Caribbean flavors. And you don't have to be a big fan of Cuban food to love what they're serving here.
Oh, it's excellent. Love it. Come try it.
I love it.
In Lexington, this is kind of a new concept for a lot of people.
The man behind the new concept should be familiar to local foodies. He's one of the top chefs in town. You probably know Jeremy Ashby at Azure Restaurant and Patio, but this is a whole new world of food. Azure is known for its worldly flavors, from European to Asian and everything in between. Brasabana, on the other hand, is all about Caribbean and South American food.
I went to school in Charleston and Miami, of course, is where I kind of picked up a lot of these influences. And my partner, Miguel Rivas, is a native of the Dominican Republic. And we've been dreaming of this concept for a long time.
Very authentic.
Yeah.
I saw everything. So that's coming from both your roots, from you and from the chefs.
Yeah.
It's,
you know, he's a natural born and raised. So, you know, what I like to do with my style is kind of geek out and kind of give a twist to classic food.
Absolutely.
It's a match that makes for heavenly flavors. And while the Cuban food might sound exotic, the food will actually be quite familiar to folks in the bluegrass.
Okay, so carnitas, slow cooked, you know, pork butt in chunks that we've taken, and you know they're braised in sour oranges and garlic and citrus for hours and hours, and then they're cooled down in their own juices, which makes them just soak that back up, just hold them out.
All the
And
flavor.
then right before they go out, we just drop them in the fryer, and it crisps the outside while the inside is still just moist and juicy, and all that juice just, you know, that with some congaree rice and beans or fried plantains. It's just. It's like a big hug. It's like just good old comfort food.
And if you're a fan of French fries, you gotta try these.
You know, there's a little secret behind those.
They are addictive, thanks to the secret ingredient they call mojo.
You know, the garlic marinade. The kind we make here is a classic Cuban marinade, but also kind of a condiment. And we take it like a bunch of sour orange juice and lime juice and cumin and habanero, and lots of, like, I think the recipe has literally 85 cloves of garlic in it for a batch this big. Wow. And we'll puree the garlic and get hot oil ready, like just kind of piping hot, and pour it over the garlic, and it sizzles and just sits there and steeps in the garlic oil. And then we fold in all that juice, the sour oranges, the lime juice, and then fresh cilantro and pickled onions, and then the cumin and the habanero, and that's just this big marinade. And it just, I mean, it goes on everything. But you dip a French fry in it, and you're just on a whole other plane.
Well, that's great. Yeah. That's good dipping.
Yeah, it's good dipping.
They also use the mojo marinade to create one of the favorite entrees at Brasabana.
The mojo chicken.
Yeah, mojo chicken.
It's very tasty.
Imagine that mojo marinade, just soaking chicken in that forever, you know, and then grilling it over an open flame, and then basting it with more mojo, and then, you know, onto a, you know, a great Cuban baked bun with avocado spread and mayo and all this good stuff and more mojo on top of that. And that's just, yeah,
It's great.
over the top for lunch.
A
It's
lot of
just
mojo. You get addicted to it.
yeah, and people just go, okay, I'll never get past this dish, but I'll be here once a week.
It's all have mo with the mojo.
Yeah.
And then there's this.
This is one of our signature dishes.
Pork Havana, otherwise known as the Happy Platter.
You get a little bit of every flavor pretty much that we got around in the whole menu.
You know, that's a classic pork butter roast that we do here. That would have been marinated in the mojo we've been talking about with all that garlic and citrus for probably about 2 days. Then he's roasted it off to where that thing is just going to be falling apart when you touch it.
We top that with our mojo, which is our citrus marinade, very garlicky, lots of oregano in there, rice and beans, black beans mixture.
Congri, rice and beans, avocado salsa, even a little bit of fried yuca on that dish. Wow. There's a lot going on. It's kind of the happy platter here, if you want
I was going to say, it sounds like a happy platter.
That's
I'll be happy to have that
Me
platter.
too.
Everything on the menu will make you happy, from the ever-changing soup of the day to dessert.
How about your dessert? I saw a Cuban cigar on the menu. Now,
Yeah.
you didn't bring that over from Dominican Republic, did you? A lot of people end their meals with a cigar, but it's a little different, though.
That is pretty much just a rich chocolate cake that we shape into a cigar, and we serve it with a pastry cream or crema, some wheat topping, and some fresh fruit to go with it.
Just don't smoke it, right?
Don't smoke it.
Coming up, stuffed mashed potatoes.
I can get stuffed on these, I'm telling you.
It's a taste of Cuba that you can recreate at home when you learn the secrets.
This is cooking at home
Get it on
stuff,
there.
right?
Plus, chicken dinner, Peruvian style. The secrets to this colorful and flavorful South American dish still ahead on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Thanks for joining us again on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, where this time we're looking back on Kentucky's culinary history.
It's a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind. Tim Laird back with you for more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. This time we're on Lane Allen Road in Lexington at Brasabana.
This is Brasabana. It's Cuban cuisine.
The smells and flavors here will take you far away from Lexington. You might even feel like you're on vacation in the tropics.
It just brings you right, brings me back to where I was in Miami, but it can take you on, farther down into the Caribbean islands. And
Tell you what, a great way to visit that area by just coming to Lexington.
The aromas and recipes here at Brasabana are a far cry from Jeremy's other restaurant in town, Azure, which features innovative food in a European-style atmosphere.
I mean, they're two different concepts, but
same
it's
philosophy.
wonderful.
Two
The same
concepts, two flavors, same philosophy, and we really just want to have that, like I said before, big hug your home feel to our food, whether it's at Azure or Brasabana.
And wait till you see what they're doing with mashed potatoes. It's not your traditional mashed potatoes and gravy.
These are stuffed, fried, and topped with the fresh flavors of the Caribbean.
It's called paparilleña. Really, it's a stuffed mashed potato ball. Lovely little mashed potatoes here that we've put lots of roasted garlic into. Not much butter though, because you want this to be, not too dry, but also not, crumbly or too
firm.
wet, right?
Yeah, keep it firm and.
So plenty of good roasted garlic and
That sounds
a lot of good cream. And then I'm going to take my thumb and just kind of push it right into the middle.
Very nice technique. Look at that.
Right. Pretty cool, huh? And then we've got this mixture called beef picadillo. If you want to do this at home, I'd take a skillet out and put lots of bacon fat in it, or just olive oil if you want to go that direction. Peppers and onions and garlic, and caramelize those for a long time. This food should be low and slow until it's dark brown, a good 20 minutes in the pan. And then we're going to add raisins and olives and capers.
Wow.
Which is
A
kind
lot
of
flavors.
different, right?
Yeah.
Then finish it with cilantro and then lime juice and then tomato paste and cook that down so it's this kind of thick beef. I'll put that into the mashed potato ball and use a little bit more to kind of patch up the hole. Just like this. So we're going to do the classic breading technique of flour, keeping one hand dry, then one hand wet, then one hand dry into Italian breadcrumbs, right? This is cooking at home stuff, right? And And then we'll go right into the old vat of good grease right here, right?
Excellent. All right.
And give that 3 or 4 minutes to get golden brown.
All right, now that was quick, so I guess we're ready for the Play-Doh.
This is a chipotle aioli, so you're talking about a chipotle pepper mayonnaise with some other little good things in it. I'm going to just do a big dollop. We really want those potatoes just to drop right in there, right? Right out of the fryer. Nice and hot, and just put them right on your chipotle aioli. This is what we would call a papaya mojo, with lots of cilantro and parsley and garlic and jalapenos mixed in with fresh papaya. We're gonna put that right on top.
Yeah, I love just the way this looks, and you can already see there's gonna be some crunch to that. That's certainly not your traditional mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, this is taken to a whole nother level.
Yeah, this is Latin mashed potatoes and gravy. So you want to give it a try?
You know what? I'd love to. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Dive right in the middle because you want that good stuff.
How to do this because I want to see that inside. I saw it when you were stuffing it. Oh my God! Look at that. All right, going in. Oh wow! First of all, you have that crunch on the outside. Then you have that tender potato inside. Then you have your stuffing that comes in, and then along with the creamy sauce that's on that. Oh my God! I mean, you're getting it all in one bite. I've never tasted anything like this. This is just so unique, so different, so flavorful, and it's just you want to keep going back. I mean, I'm not kidding you, Jeremy. You don't think I'm kidding? Oh, wow!
So Tim tested, Tim approved, right?
Oh, I'm telling you, that is the bomb.
Papa rellena.
You have a mama rellena?
That would be the empanada. I mean, empanada just means stuffed bread. That's kind of how that works, yeah. So, and this is stuffed potato.
I love it. That's great. I can get stuffed on these.
Right.
And there's a lot more good stuff where that came from. Next on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, chicken served 2 ways with the secrets so you can serve it at home. And another Latin classic, the empanada. It's like everything here, it's addicting. You gotta keep going back.
Yeah, you gotta keep going, man.
All that and more when Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs returns to Brasabana, coming up.
Thanks for joining us again on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, where this time we're looking back on Kentucky's culinary history.
It's a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind. Tim Blair back with you for more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. This time we're at Brasabana for traditional Cuban food. And if you've never tried it, don't worry. In a way, it's a lot like the food that's familiar to us here in the Bluegrass.
These flavors are familiar. A lot of clientele that we've talked to is like, hey, you got to come out and check out the new restaurant. They're like, well, I don't know what Cuban food is. I'm like, well, you probably do.
It sounds exotic, but it's actually food that everyone can enjoy. It's like Caribbean-style comfort food. And really, it's not unlike the American version.
When it comes together, like you take those slow braised meats and turn that into a stew and cook it for a few more hours with good fresh vegetables and tropical ingredients, you've got this just melting pot of wonderful stuff. So soups every day, that's a big part of it.
Slow-cooked pork is big in Latin cuisine, just like it is in Kentucky. Only this kind has more tropical ingredients.
Slow braised pork backs that are marinated for at least 24 hours with a dry adobo, and then we cook it in a citrus marinade.
And then there's always the signature Latin sandwich.
So slow roasted pork and smoked ham and cheese and good old mustard and dill pickle. I mean, the classic Cuban sandwich.
The three classics are our staples.
And just like American food, the Cuban classics often come with a side of chips.
These are island chips.
But here at Brasabana, a side of chips is much more than a side of chips.
It's not the same thing here. It's we crisp up plantains and a potato called boniato. It's a Latin sweet potato. And then yuca as well. So we've got this trio of different interesting chips. I think they're getting a side of potato chips now. And then they try it out. They're like, man, I'm hooked. Can you bag and sell these in the gas station, please? And I'm like, we'll work on that. We're going to work on that.
That's great.
Jeremy Ashby and Miguel Rivas have been working together on this Cuban restaurant concept for years. And now, Chef Miguel is ready to reveal the secrets to some of his favorite dishes on the Brasabana menu. I know that you came from the Dominican Republic, but then also trained in Paris and New York,
And now we got you right here in Lexington, and you were over at Azure, but now you're doing something in the cuisine you love that's in your roots and heart.
All these ingredients is pretty much what I grew up with. Plantains, yuca, boniato were dishes that are always around in my household. We have the empanadas over here.
The empanadas are stuffed breads that are a staple of Latin American cuisine.
This is basically a flour water dough that is just stuffed with a picadillo.
And here at Brasabana, they serve them up with a twist, with chipotle mayonnaise and mushroom ceviche.
You know, I've heard of a lot of different ceviches. Shrimp ceviche, fish ceviche, but what about mushroom ceviche?
So ceviche is pretty much, marinade in citrus. So here with the mushroom ceviche is pretty much using the same concept, but with the mushrooms.
And I love the fact that you can pick it up. And I've got to go into the aisle.
Oh yeah, you gotta have some of that sauce.
Oh,
and then again, the picadillo is one of the classic dishes from Cuba.
There's one bite, lots of flavor,
It's
just
full of
jumps out of
it's
there.
full of flavor.
It's like everything here, it's addicting. You gotta keep going
Yeah,
back.
you gotta keep going, man. This is our chicken fricassee.
Chicken fricassee.
And this is also one of the our most popular items as well. Cherry, dry cherry, some vegetables, peppers and onions, tomato paste, and some spices, and just let it braise there for at least half an hour. We just pour the dish right on a little ramekin like that, and then we top it with a little bit of that sauce that we have there going on.
The chicken joins up with a bowl of Cuban black beans and white rice.
We top it with some pickled onions, and then those great sweet plantains.
Every plate has so many different flavors and ingredients to it that you're getting a lot of big tastes with every dish.
And that's one of our focus over here. We want to make sure that when people come over here, they get a full plate of food, and they're not gonna go hungry.
No, they're not gonna go hungry at all.
And the Latin American flavors don't stop at Cuba.
And we also incorporate some of the other cultures.
Some dishes will take you all the way to South America, like this dish from Peru.
Our Peruvian chicken is a white rice that we do with a pesto, jalapeno pesto, cilantro, garlic, a little bit of cheese in there as well. Then we got our chicken breast over here, traditional Peruvian chicken. They do the whole chicken, but over here we just took the breast of the chicken, marinated with the same spices and herbs.
The chicken gets grilled and then goes on to meet up with that jalapeno pesto spiked rice.
And I love this dish because it has so much color and so much flavor. We top it with some of our chimichurri sauce, which is cilantro, parsley, lemon juice, garlic. Then we'll just top it with a little bit of the papaya mojo that we have. Then we'll just serve it with some sweet plantains.
And there it is, the Peruvian chicken.
That's our Peruvian style chicken.
You know what's great about, again, dining here in your menu, we can travel all over Latin America and the world. This is what it's all about, trying the different foods, bringing together different cultures.
A big thanks to Miguel Rivas and Jeremy Ashby for sharing their secrets and for bringing this new Cuban concept to Lexington. Stop by and give Brasabana a try.
That'll do it for this edition of Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird. Thanks for coming to Latin America with us right here in Lexington.